Greetings from Snake Mountain Boat Works on Monday, November 4, 2019. Here's another update on the 1956 Chris Craft Special Sportsman. As you can see, the Porcupine left the shop. All the frames are plugged, cut off, and on the starboard side just about ready for CPES. But right now Joe is having way too much fun. I'll just hand it off to him.
Yeah, RJ this morning was able to get the this side completely off. There's a lot of issue. There was some kind of like adhesive or something that was in the joint. So this side actually came off way easier than this other side, but this one we'll be able to make a good pattern out of it. It will be a little bit different for the other side, but we'll definitely have to get that going. But yeah, right now I'm just taking two flat bars, trying to pull it out a little bit each time. This side we're gonna have to go through with like a fine tool or a chisel and clean all that up so it's nice and smooth on this side as it is on that.
So here's a lesson, and the current owner had no control over this because this happened long before he regained possession of his grandfather's boat. You notice that the rot is right here, right at the lowest point in the bow. I have had a subsequent conversation with the owner, and it turns out that when he picked the boat up, of course she was right side up, this whole area was about this deep in sodden leaves. Well, those leaves just absorbed and held water for months and months and years, and as a result, the damage is almost entirely in here, and then also back on the starboard side, back where the keel and the stem meet. So we'll have to refabricate, we'll have to fabricate both of these, one on each side. But once we get those off, RJ, am I correct that once we get this one off, we can start fabricating and rebuilding back, so it's no more tearing apart. If you remember in the last video, and I've had quite a few questions about it, the chine plate landings, why don't you go up there, RJ, talk to us about what was done here.
Right here I cut off where it was rotted and dry rotted and broken apart, and put a little Dutchman in there, and nothing on the chine fastens this way, so I was able to just fasten straight down in. This one had some splits where these screws had gone in from the chine board, and I just put Fixo in there and clamped it back together.
Yeah.
This one wasn't really split, but it had a little bit of chunk breaking off, so I put Fixo in there, and I'm going to sand that up and seal it in. Other than that, the rest of them look pretty good.
And then you had to make a hull side frame somewhere.
On the other side.
Let's see if I can.
Joey did these couple on this side last Friday, and he remade kind of like I did over there, them same pieces, but this was a lot more rotted on this side. This whole chine is really rotted and actually was in two pieces. So there's a little bigger pieces we had to put in to fix the rot. The end of this frame was rotted out, so we had to put Dutchman in here. And then this entire frame all the way down is new, because the old one had a lot of rot at the top, and then right about here, there was a funky looking spot that you could actually take a chisel and go right through the whole board down through, because it was so rotted. So we replaced that.
But the rest of those frames are
Yes.
good and good to go, huh?
Yeah.
And while you were in the other room, I said this is the starboard side. It needs final sanding and then sealing, right?
Yep. Joey's pretty much got most of it sanded.
And there is the chine plank frame, excuse me, from hell. It's, notice again, it was rotted
Right through.
right through. It just came apart when we tried to release it. This is wood that can't be saved. You can get all the get rot you want, you can get all of the CPS you want, and you're still going to have a floppy board. So we have some ordered up, some 6/4, absolutely pure furniture grade white oak, so that we can completely fabricate a new chine frame on starboard. And it looks like the port frame you were able to put back together, and
Yes, this is actually mahogany, this one. Which
Right.
partially is the reason that they rotted out.
right.
Because mahogany does not like water as much as oak.
Yeah, I'd be interested in people's reaction. My gut tells me we've got it off. We will have the lumber in hand. RJ's had to make a major repair right there.
There and right here, it had a big hole.
Yeah, where it was severely rotted. And while what is that, Thixo that's in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's strong, but it's not original wood. My gut tells me this is a chine frame that needs to be replaced, and I know that Chris Craft did it in mahogany, which troubles me. Oak is the wood that you want to use here. It's so much.
It's the weakest point of this boat at this point.
That's right.
These should definitely always be oak because they carry the weight of the motor, the pounding of the boat, everything.
All the frames are mahogany, aren't they?
Yep, this
Yep.
entire boat, all the framing, everything was mahogany, except for the gas tank mounts.
They're oak.
Oak, but that doesn't carry the weight of the motor.
And the one thing that's always baffled me with the Special Sportsman model is that the build stringers, the engine supports, they're pine, I think.
They're pine or cedar,
Yeah, something. They're a soft wood.
and they're laid flat, so.
Right. They're really not very strong. But we've done a lot of these and they hold together. So with that, this update of our 1956 17-foot Chris Craft Special Sportsman ends, and we'll be back to you soon. She'll be looking much happier then. Thank you so much. Bye-bye for now from Snake Mountain Boat Works.